In the Golden Age of Greece, when Athens stood as a beacon of democracy and culture, and Sparta was the unyielding fortress of discipline and war, two mighty powers clashed in a conflict that would reshape the ancient world. The Peloponnesian War, 431–404 BCE, was not merely a battle of armies but a struggle of ideals, ambition, and the fatal flaws of men. The spark of war. For decades, Athens and Sparta had coexisted uneasily. Athens, with its powerful navy and thriving Delian League, spread its influence far and wide, while Sparta, leading the Peloponnesian League, watched with suspicion. The peace between them, brokered after the Persian Wars, was fragile. Then, in 431 BCE, the city-state of Corinth, a Spartan ally, clashed with Corcyra, modern Corfu, who sought Athens' help. When Athens intervened, Sparta saw it as an act of aggression. Tensions flared, and soon, the Spartans, under King Archidamus II, marched into Attica, burning crops and villages. The Athenians, led by the shrewd strategist Pericles, withdrew behind their mighty long walls, relying on their navy to strike back. The plague and Pericles' fall as Spartan forces ravaged the countryside. Athens became overcrowded with refugees. Then, disaster struck. A mysterious plague swept through the city, killing thousands. The streets filled with the dying, and despair took hold. Even Pericles, Athens' great leader, succumbed to the disease in 429 BCE. Without his guidance, the city turned to reckless new leaders like Cleon, who thirsted for war. Meanwhile, the brilliant Spartan general Brasidas led daring campaigns in northern Greece, capturing Athenian allies. In 422 BCE, at the Battle of Amphipolis, both Cleon and Brasidas fell in combat. Exhausted, both sides agreed to the Peace of Nishes in 421 BCE, though it was more a truce than true peace. The Sicilian disaster in 415 BCE, Athens made a fatal mistake. Ambitious general Alcibiades convinced the assembly to invade Sicily, targeting the powerful city of Syracuse, a Spartan ally. The expedition began with grand hopes, but soon turned to catastrophe. Alcibiades, accused of sacrilege, fled to Sparta, betraying his city. Without his leadership, the Athenian forces were outmaneuvered. The Sicilian campaign ended in 413 BCE with utter ruin. The entire Athenian fleet was destroyed, and thousands of soldiers were slaughtered or enslaved. The news sent shockwaves through Greece. Athens was weakened, and Sparta saw its chance. The Ionian War and Athens' last stand with Persian gold funding their navy, Sparta struck back. Under the cunning admiral Lysander, they systematically dismantled Athens' empire. The final blow came at the Battle of Aegospotami in 405 BCE, where Lysander ambushed and annihilated the Athenian fleet. Starved and besieged, Athens held out for months, but in 404 BCE, they surrendered. The long walls were torn down, the fleet reduced to a handful of ships, and the once glorious city was forced to submit to Spartan rule. The democracy was briefly overthrown by the brutal 30 tyrants, though it would later be restored. The aftermath, the Peloponnesian War, left Greece fractured and weakened. Sparta, though victorious, soon faced rebellions. Athens would rise again, but never to its former glory. The war had shown the dangers of unchecked ambition, the cruelty of fate, and the price of pride. And so, the tale of the Peloponnesian War became a lesson for the ages, a reminder that even the greatest of empires can fall when divided by strife.